thanks, Samantha, for joining us today at PM's office in New York City.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Now, first question. Airline branding in 2009. What are your thoughts?
Well, my hopes are that this whole social media movement will really begin to open up airline brands and make them much more transparent, have them have a much more interactive and open relationship with their customers, and have airline brands learn from the people exposed to their operations and to the experience every day, and generally improve, certainly in the US. That's my hope for 2009 in airlines. And you know, brands and companies are a lot more open to new ideas when they're in crisis.
Right. And Burson-Marsteller in 2009 and the PR world in 2009.
Well, the world in 2009, we're in unprecedented territory here. I mean, this massive global economic crisis. Mm-hmm. What we'll be doing is focusing on our clients and helping them leverage the assets that they have in their brands and to communicate with their consumers more than ever before. Right. The brand needs to be, some part of it needs to be owned and have a lot of consumer involvement. So we're going to be focusing on that in 2009, particularly in the digital realm.
Right. And how are you going to deal with budgets being slashed for all marketing and PR in big companies?
You know, we're talking about this with our clients and certainly internally, and it's all about getting more for less, and that everything that you do drives a business result, which is something that we, you know, historically have always focused on. So it's fewer things with greater impact and that can actually drive the business. So more sales, greater market share, drive real measurable perception, those kind of things. So.
Interesting. What about Samantha Lucas in 2009?
Well, in 2009, there's three things that I'm interested in. One is the kind of juxtaposition between the corporate brand and the product brand, which I'm seeing a lot more of that kind of debate going on right now. So, and certainly in the airline industry, I think that, you know, with the prevalence of new sub-brands like TED, that's kind of an interesting analysis to make in 2009. The second thing is, and this is kind of a personal hobby, is this whole area of science that's opening up around like that brain science and neurology and the impact of communications and branding and on the physiology of consumers' brains. And I think that, you know, in 10 years' time, most of our industry will have some perspective on that. So I'm kind of curious about how we start to talk about that sooner rather than later.
Wow. Yeah. What was the third?
And the third is the economic environment. I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to experience something that may not be always easy, but in which there is always opportunity.
Right. Great. Thank you very much for joining us at Simplifying Samantha, and we really appreciate you.